Hello, beautiful people. My name is Athol, and this is Relationship Momentum. So today I'm going to teach you how to deal with really significant problems that have some kind of truly negative emotional impact. And here is the most common scenario when you have a big problem that has a negative emotional impact. We all get caught up in trying to process the emotions, the negative emotions, and broadcasting it to each other. And how do we feel? And how do we think about this? And blah, blah, blah. And we spend all the energy on the emotions connected to the problem and much less energy on the fixing the problem itself. The dealing with the emotional state becomes the priority and the fixing of the problem becomes secondary. And what happens more often than not is we just spend so much energy on how everybody feels that we never really fix the problem, and thus the problem is never really fixed. So no matter how we try and make everybody feel happy or more heard or whatever it is, they are still miserable because the problem still exists. We got to stop this. We got to break this pattern. So, step one. You acknowledge the emotional state that this problem is creating. And now whether that is you are mad or you are sad or they're mad, they're sad, everyone hates you, nobody loves, whatever it is. You simply acknowledge that there is an emotional impact to the problem that exists. You just acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge it because most people will never get past that point if you can't acknowledge their emotional state. If they don't hear that you understand that they are sad or mad, that's where their thinking stops. Because you're just not listening, you don't care, and that's where their thinking stops. So step one, acknowledge. Step two is you completely discount how everybody feels about trying to fix this problem in terms of the fixing of the problem. It is no longer a time to be super mad about it, super angry about it, super sad about it, depressed, anxious, whatever. It's just time to stop. You just stop all these feelings. I'm not interested in all these feelings coming into the actual fixing the problem piece of the puzzle. And then you spend 99% of your energy on fixing the problem and maybe 1% on continuing to acknowledge, yeah, this has got some emotionality attached to it. Then when you've actually fixed the problem, you get to step three, which is then, okay, the problem is fixed. Now let's sift through how everybody feels about the problem. Because you are going to have to come back to the how does everybody feel about the problem. But let me tell you, once the problem is actually fixed, everybody feels a whole lot less intense about the problem because the problem isn't there. And then that whole sorting through how everybody feels about it is so much more successful than when the problem was in existence. And that is essentially what you do when you have some significant problem that has some negative emotional impact. Step one, you acknowledge that there is an emotional impact to it all. Step two, you say, let's push all that to one side. Let's fix the problem. Step three, you come back. All right, so now how do we feel about whatever the problem was? And everybody is usually far more happy to move on and deal with things and be happy. But you can't get caught up in trying to smooth things over and pacify everybody and make them all happy or content while that big old problem still exists. Because you just spend 80-90% of your energy on trying to make everyone feel better and heard and understood than the actual fixing of the problem. Acknowledge, fix, come back, figure out how everybody feels. So that's about it. Hope you liked the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that good internet stuff. And I will talk to you tomorrow.